Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and this is going to be my video for the Giallo Tag that's currently going around. This was created by Danny B from the Trash Stash. Check out his original video, and I was tagged into this by Mark of Horror, so thank you Mark for that, and I'm going to go through my answers now. So we're talking Giallos, so that's Italian horror movies. They're usually kind of like whodunit murder mysteries. They have a little bit of a slasher element to them, and they're usually quite stylistic as well. So it's a subgenre of horror that I really enjoy. I like the mystery behind them, so was happy to get involved in this tag. So the first question that Danny asked is, what is your favourite snack when watching a Giallo? And I've got to say, for me, it's whatever's around. I'm pretty much the same as Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Enjoy most snacks when I'm watching a movie. I am a bit of a chocolate fiend though, so if there's chocolate in the house, I'm going to be eating it, whether I'm watching a Giallo or anything else. So my answer to that is chocolate. Danny's next question is, what is your favourite 1970s Giallo? And I'm going to say The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Dario Argento's film from 1970. This film just blew me away when I watched it. I was just really taken by the plot, the mystery behind it. I was gripped all the way through, really enthralled as to what was going on and what it was going to lead to, and then the ending / reveal is just genius. It is absolutely brilliant, and I couldn't believe it. I was just completely bamboozled by the ending of this film. It was such a brilliant twist. One of the finest Giallos I've ever watched. Very gripping, very exciting, and yeah, that twist ending is just genius. One of Dario Argento's most clever movies, I would say. Really enjoyed Bird with the Crystal Plumage. So that's my answer to favourite 1970s. Next one is, what is your favourite 1980s Giallo? And I'm going Dario Argento all the way, because my answer to that is Tenebrae. And this is probably my favourite Dario Argento movie. I just absolutely love it. I love the plot of the author writing the murder mystery, and then the murders occurring like they do in his book. Really gripping storyline. Great performances from the actors, some amazing camera work as well, and then some really cool kills in this movie. Again, one of Dario Argento's finest movies. So my favourite one from the 80s is Tenebrae. The next question is, what is the saddest Giallo that you've seen? And that one was a bit tough because I don't really find horror films to be all that sad anyway. But I've pondered that one a little bit. And my answer to that is The Pajama Girl Case. And this is based on a real life case, which I believe is still unsolved. So there's a degree of sadness there that justice has still not been served. But this involves a young woman is found dead and mutilated on the beach, and we sort of learn of events that happened in her life that led to her being killed like that, and it's quite a rather sad, pretty sombre story, so that in itself is pretty sad. And then there's a real sad moment in this, but it's a massive spoiler, so you're just going to have to go with me there, but that kind of makes it the saddest Giallo that I've seen. So that's my answer to that question. Next one is, what is the goriest Giallo that you've seen? Again, quite a tough one because Giallos don't really stick in my mind as being overly gory. New York Ripper was the first one that came to mind, but that's kind of more sort of eye-wincing gore with the razor blades and things like that. But I've got to say, for this one, I am going to return to Tenebrae, and that is purely for the scene where the woman gets her arm chopped off with the axe, and her severed arm then proceeds to spray the kitchen walls with blood. It's a fantastic scene, and that one for me makes this probably the goriest Giallo I've seen. There might be other ones out there, but that one is certainly the scene that sticks with me. So that is my answer for that one. The next question, another tough question. Danny's testing us with these questions. What is your favourite non-Italian Giallo? And I found that hard because I thought by definition Giallos were Italian. But I've given that some thought, and my answer to that is Black Swan. Because whereas this doesn't really have like the murder mystery aspect of it, it's a great film, it's very stylish, and this for me had a lot of Argento-esque touches to it. Especially sort of with the ballet and the dancing, it kind of reminded me of Suspiria a lot, but it's very stylish, and there is a kind of a big mystery as to what's going on. So it did, when I watched it, really did remind me of that kind of Italian filmmaking. So that's going to be my answer for that. And the last question is, what is your favourite Giallo of all time? And my answer to that is Deep Red. So I know I said Bird with the Crystal Plumage is my favourite from the 70s. If it weren't for Deep Red, it would be, but I wanted to save Deep Red for this question. Deep Red is my favourite Giallo. I watched this before I even knew what a Giallo was, and it was kind of the first kind of movie I'd seen like this, and I was just really taken aback with this style of filmmaking. It was all new to me, and I just thought it was wonderful. Wonderful filmmaking, wonderful direction. I loved the mystery behind it, and since watching Deep Red, I really went on to kind of explore Italian horror cinema. It was all down to this movie, and I still love it today. I think it's a marvellous film. So my favourite Giallo of all time, Deep Red. So I hope you enjoyed my answers. Let me know if you agree with that or if you disagree with any of that. Thank you again to Danny from the Trash Stash for creating this list, and thank you Mark of Horror for tagging me. And thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.